Good evening, everybody. Happy Friday. Welcome to stream. It is lovely to have you here. I'm hoping my internet will hold up better than it did on Wednesday. So far, it seems to be. So far, we're not having any issues, so we'll see. But yeah, it's lovely to have you here, Josh, and Nobu, and Trum, and Stitch, and Sage, and any lurkers as well. Absolutely fantastic to have you. I'm very excited to be getting back to Spiritfarer, although I have a suspicion that there's not a lot of it left. Sage, I don't know what to do with that sentence. Thank you? Question mark? But yeah, I know that Sage and possibly others are going to have to poof when I start playing. And as I said, I fully approve of that decision. This game deserves to be experienced with as little foreknowledge as possible. Yeah. I've been delaying because I don't want Sage to go away. But Sage, I'm sorry to say, it is your time. Yeah, we're gonna hop back into this. I'm just gonna give Sage and anybody else a minute. I mean, also you, Sage, you're wonderful. Yeah, we're going to hop into this.
Don't forget me.
I never could, Tron. You're too good. And yeah, we're going to hop back in, and 82% complete. And I don't know what's included within 100%, and it might even include things like recipes and things. I'm not going to 100%. So I don't know how much more there is of this game, and that's sad because I've thoroughly enjoyed it. There's a quest for Buck, quest for Lily, and there's a quest for Jackie. I think I'm gonna do Jackie's quest. Is everybody awake? Yeah. Let's start off with Jackie's quest. That was a good show out there. I'm thinking things over. Keep it up. Yeah, she's a bad teacher. Yes, it's my lad. Seriously, it makes me very sad that there's the option to turn his music off, because apparently enough people complain. I'm like, what are you complaining about? His music is great. Overbroken. That's over. It sounds like it, Trom. And some people are cowards that don't want that. So yeah, even though Wednesday was a short stream, we still said goodbye to Beverly. And Beverly's was quite a sad one. Because by the end, Beverly couldn't really remember anything. Which I know doesn't make her unique. It was similar for Alice. Still sad. Wow, I'm impressed. Your playstyle has been so good so far. I mean, your spells could be a bit optimized for sure, but your roleplay is frackin' A. Even Bob was impressed, and yeah, we've never had a girl at the table before. We're happy you're here, and really happy. I'll try to finish the campaign to the best of my ability. More NPCs, more background elements, more magic items. I love Buck so much. He is the DM I wish I could be. Okay, so there's a little two-part island. I know roughly where that is. It's actually quite close to here. Don't sit there. Bella. What a great riddle! I bet you won't figure it out. I know where to look, but I have taken an oath, the Looter's Oath, which states, never talk about looting with another looter. You're on your own for this one, Stella. But Buck's the one who's taken that oath. Let me find the voice. 1 second. Arr! Ahoy there, matey. Old Johnny Silverleg is right here by me maiden son, hoisting the mainsail. As an humble buccaneer, I can ne'er disobey me captain. These Crow's End Ink treasures are an old corsair's dream. If you ever need it, I can offer up me cartography knowledge. Come see me if you ever feel lost on these seas. Arr! Good luck, captain. Buck is just so good. Buck is just so good. Anything new in here? There is not. Oh! Normally Jackie is in front of the store. There's the light. Interesting. This must be his quote-unquote difficult patient. Who lives way at the top here? The old guitarist? Strange melody? Oh, this is magical. You, it's... Are you there? I mean, really there? Of course you are. You have that quality. Some fine dust following you around. You're dirty, more so than the rest. The ground around you falls down. It is... Perhaps it's the music. It feels like a beacon, a light shining through the mist. No, it doesn't. I'm sorry, I'm not used to talking anymore. My voice comes with difficulty. It so rarely does. More often than not, my voice comes whether I want it or not. It barks or whistles, no choice. But right now, it doesn't. Yes, that's right. I understand now. Stella, isn't it? We met so long ago. I wasn't here yet. And you were much older. Your music is harsh, Stella. It is not a beacon. It is an anchor. Large and heavy, backbreaking. And it might be razor sharp as well. I've yet to decide. Excuse me, princess. Thanks, Trump. Wonderful timing, by the way. Rise and shine. Time for your... What the shit? Smellers? What are you doing up here? Oh, you got curious, right? Yeah, I can't blame you. Nutcases are often a fascinating spectacle. Jackie, I am going to punt you in the groin. Ooh. But I see you've already met Miss I Don't Want to Take My Pills. Pretty underwhelming, right? The doctors, they call it catatonia. She just stays there, still, for hours. Pretty freaky, right? But I swear half the time she's pretending, just to spite me. You should see when she starts chatting. She's quite something. Yeah, I know. She's nice. I like her. I like her a whole lot more than you, Jackie. All Ancient One, omnipotent and shit. I'm onto you, Daria. Oh, might be a real one. Hey, Daria, you there? It's your friend, Jackie. Blink once if you can hear me. Yeah, this one seems like a doozy. I don't think she's faking it. Let's leave her to it, okay? Sir, she has diagnosed catatonia. Why are you awful to her? So, about what happened in there. You see how she reacted to your presence? She's a mess right now. I know you're trying to help, but things aren't so easy. You can't always just smile the problems away. Trust me, the best thing for her is to stay up there and not excite her. So, please don't go back up. You're just hurting her. Got it? What's that? I sent you strange messages through your pager. Oh yeah, these... My bad, they were for someone else. Just don't worry about it, alright? And also, let's keep this one between you and me, okay? What management doesn't know won't hurt them. I don't think that's true. You wouldn't want old Jackie to be in trouble now, would you? Actually, I think I would. I think it's what you deserve. Jackie's just kind of the worst, to be honest. Yes, Elena? I have another teaching for you. And you're tough enough not to be broken. I need you to take me to the other door. You are equipped to do so now. We don't need to say more until we get it. Please, quiet. That is good. It starts now. Man, I wish I felt even a little bit bad about that one, but I don't. So, I want to do the quest for Buck quickly. I'm just trying to look for a place where we have that overlap of misty and rocky area. It should, yeah, be somewhere to the right here. See, I thought it was around here-ish. But it seems I was a fool. The thing I was seeing may not have been Rocky. I need to look at the map again, turns out. Cow friend. I desire your milk, cow friend. Oh, good friend. And I hope nobody tries to do anything before I notice. That's interesting. That still looks... bottom right still looks to me like somewhere misty. Smage, thank you for the hydrate. I'll do that in a moment. Because I do not wish to die. In spite of some potential evidence to the contrary. Weird. Oh! This could be the double island. That's interesting. The only place that really matches that shape. What if I want to be a shrimp sandwich? That could be the double island. There aren't many, like, double islands like that. Is that the one? Is it Ambertown Park? Okay. Let me do something that I'm more confident in. Go to Furugawa Shrine. I can do that. Power out. Too busy to fix it. Urgent, please come. Okay. I can't say no when I'm literally there. Pork-flavored shrimp. Or shrimp-flavored pork. They're both options. Why did I plant lettuce? I think I wanted cabbage. I'm not sure the extent to which this game actually distinguishes between the two. They're both leafy vegetables. But there's a small chance that there's a difference. Also, how come I can't ferment cabbage and get sauerkraut? Maybe I can. And I'm just forgetting? Fermenting cabbage sounds like a thing you can do in this game. I seem to remember that sauerkraut was a thing anyway. Hey, he said the power was out, but the island's got lights. Greg? I don't think I've seen that emo. Very good. Oh, is it like tier 3 or something? Or is it new?
it's you.
It's very exciting, Greg.
Ooh, I'm actually relieved. See, when I started smelling like sulfur, I really thought a volcano was about to go off. Or perhaps I was having a stroke. Luckily, it's only Smell Art's natural BO.
Yep. He thinks bullying is the same as jokes, and vice versa.
Haha! Anyway, thanks for coming so quickly. As you can see, I'm swamped again, and the hospital's main power converter just shut down. Again. I swear, the crap management puts us through. Don't worry, it happens all the time. The hospital's running off the backup power generator right now. But if that one goes AWOL, well, yeah, let's not think about that. An electrician really should be fixing the main power converter, but I've managed just fine until now. It's simple, really. Take this key. It unlocks the elevator at the far east of the hospital. Once you're up there, you gotta find the fuse box and, just press all the buttons until you hear a noise. That's what I usually do. Thanks for the help.
There we go. I couldn't do that before. I don't blame them, but every game gets this wrong, and I always jump in elevators for this reason. That's neat.
I see the main power is back. Super. Did you use my patented mash every button randomly technique? I swear I could be an engineer. Their job is a joke. The whole engineering thing is a scam anyway. It's just wires French kissing each other. French kissing other wires. We get it. Another way for rich people to keep rich while shitting on us poorest from their ivory towers. We should organize. Start a revolution or something, you know.
Revolution good, but engineers also good?
Take arms, comrades, and shit. I should write a pamphlet one of these days. A proper one, like political and stuff. Sometimes when I'm in the shower, I have these thoughts you wouldn't believe. Just great stuff. But I guess I can't really take the time off. This whole place would just fall apart without me. I can't do that to these people, right? That stinks. Not as much as you, but still, pretty smelly stuff. Hey, thanks, Stellars. As always, you're a pearl. I got it from here.
Yeah, that's what you gotta do with your arms, Trump. Also, Sitch, I'm confused. What do you mean? What is crab storage? Man, I'm still really confuzzled about this. Might need to ask for assistance from one of Buck's characters. But so long. Let us do as Elena desired. And we'll take the long way. Just because it is occasionally pleasant not to use your super speedy powers. Thank you for the deuce, Greg. That very much caught me off guard. should be able to ferment grains into like grain alcohol. Did I ever do? Yeah, I wanted to try rice with the leafy vegetable. Might not do anything special, but also it might do something special. And I remember Gustav. Gustav was cool. He was a neat friend. Okay, squid. I've had plenty of them. I'm curious, because there's at least some fish that I don't believe I've ever caught. I don't know how many more spirits there can possibly be. Especially now that we've met a cute bat lady. Greg, I don't know what that number is referencing. That just does a grain sound. Rice and sugar, I believe, is just rice pudding. But that might be rice and milk. Rice and milk is rice pudding, sure. Then what's rice and sugar?
Hello.
I mean, Stella, well, I can't believe the campaign is over. I mean, yeah, I'm thrilled, but I don't know, I feel empty now. Ha! You know what? I'll prepare a little something for you, something simpler maybe, just to take a breather. You'll see. What can I give you? Ooh, so, no, he doesn't like exotic things. Blessed be the stars, an old-fashioned entree, a treat of ancestral beauty. It is so beautiful.
Wow.
I bet Buck gives amazing hugs.
Hello.
Also, there's almost nobody left on the boat. It just occurred to me. Once in a while, there'll be one of them that stands out from the pack. It's a numbers game. You will break a few. Then one will hatch eventually. That's all you had to say to me? That was it? You're weird, lady. I am on a boat, Greg. But I was referring to passengers. Thank you, Greg. That always makes me laugh. It's So what's sugar and rice? Might be rice cakes. Greg might be right. Which isn't a surprise, because Greg is very smart. You're not weird, Stitch. You're wonderful. Man, I wish I'd liked Elena better.
We are here. I know I've been working you hard lately. I hope you do understand. Everyone needs a little bit of discipline in them. For someone who takes others to the afterlife, you're holding on surprisingly well. I do have one last request for you.
Hi, Crow. That's very kind of you, but also you.
It won't be an easy one, considering what we've been talking about. Will you make the journey with me?
Of course I'll do that.
Thank you.
I am, after all, a Spiritfarer. What we do. Ma'am, please, I got places to be.
So, you were my first student in this place. I don't think you deserve a passing grade. I won't hold it against myself. And neither should you. A lesson you should learn from it. If life is hard, you should not be hard to it. People have the ability to change. You have the ability to change. You can shape how you want to be.
Scaredy, hello! Thank you for the raid. How are you enjoying Dead Estate? Also, what is Dead Estate? I've seen you play it several times, but it's just been at inconvenient times for me to watch. Hello, Zizzy.
I know that this is sometimes a tradition.
Action roguelike. Oh, okay, I'm immediately interested.
Passing the legacy. A token at the end.
Stitch, how dare. You know, Zizzy, I have no context for that, and I also love it. Thank you for telling me. Hello, Paula. I didn't until now, Zizzy. I know what my finale is going to be called if it's not tonight.
An heirloom. Something for you to remember my time. I do not wish to give you one. However, I have prepared something greater. Asks and requests from the greater beyond. That you will receive. A useless object will not make you think of me, but lessons will.
Man, you continue to make me not like you. I mean, that sounds neat, Scaredy. Bit farter.
Hopefully this will all be over soon. Let me think of something. Okay. I'll just say it. I just want to say, truly, from teacher to student, I am proud.
No, you're not. You said you wouldn't even give me a passing grade. You've been mean to me the whole time, and this does not change my opinion. From everything you've told me, you were a bad teacher, and you continue to be.
You did good work.
It is, Greg. But I can't do the Kermit voice, so... You're right, it is Miss Piggy. I can't do that one either, so... Yeah, this woman's a terrible teacher.
I've been thinking. When we get there,
We're there.
maybe, just maybe, we can hug. You'll see how I feel.
No, I'm just gonna push you into the water. I want your last moments of existence to be the feeling of drowning.
This is the only time I will let you. Come on.
Did not deserve. Unearned. Lena and Giovanni. They're the ones who don't deserve things. No, it wasn't Stitch. I know because you're a good person and she wasn't.
Don't forget me!
Greg, thank you. Hello, Chen. Everybody, did you know that Chen put out a very good TikTok today? It was very funny and made me laugh. I put out a moderately amusing TikTok today. I liked it. She said she wasn't gonna give me a flower, but she lied. Is that Furugawa? Oh, that's for. Let's see if I can make it in time. I need to get to the shrine while it's still nighttime. Rice and sugar is a bowl of cereal, I guess. Yes, Stitch, that is a very good description. This photo album sure makes you look well-traveled, sis. Listen up, because I'm going to read your embarrassing postcard. Let me find my famous Stella voice. 1 second. Dear Mom and Dad and Lily, my trip has been amazing so far. I'm even making friends. What a boring thing to say. At this rate, the summer vacation will be gone in a flash. Last weekend, I went to Shirakawa-go in the Toyama Prefecture. I took a tour to visit these beautiful rice paddies. It was an impressive sight, next to these incredible houses at the bottom of the mountains. It was especially beautiful at night with the glow of the moon. Oh, Stella, you perv. He's an art curator from Germany. He's creating an art exhibition in Nagasaki. Art curator? From Germany? Is this when Stella met Gustav? It must be. The tour is in Japanese, so he helped me with some of the nuances. He gave me his address and invited me to his show. I miss you all, and I can't wait for you to visit me in a few months. Stella. P.S. Stay out of my room, Lily. I didn't. Wow. You were so outgoing. I don't remember ever being like that. So full of life. I was always a bit dramatic, let's say. I wonder if you went to see Gustav's exhibition. That was his name, right? We never got to go on that trip to see you. Thank you, Greg. I will hydrate. Dad got sick around that time. He had trouble walking. His body was swelling and everything hurt him. I never understood why they kept it from you. They probably knew you'd come back as soon as they told you. To take care of him. I got to see Dad get sicker and sicker. I wasn't able to do anything to help. I still remember your face when you got him. For a second, it was like you didn't recognize him. Let's keep going. It's not like you've ever shied away from death. You basically made it your whole world. I'm sure you've got some pictures of when you moved to Montreal. Let's take a look. Hawkesbury Shrine at nighttime. It's all very sad. Because as far as I can tell, Lily basically... not Lily. Stella seems to have worked as a hospice nurse or something, but seemingly to, I don't know, to try to get rid of the fear of death by surrounding herself with it. Which is certainly interesting storytelling. Which isn't a surprise. All of this is interesting. But I still want to figure out where this thing is. I'll take Buck's help, but I'll be disappointed in myself. I feel like I should be able to figure this out. Big island with a little island to the bottom left. Maybe it's inside a storm, right? I've been focusing so much on assuming that that area is like misty, that I could be completely wrong. Actually, let's make some pizzas for Buck. Yes, flour and tomato is how you make a pizza. Don't question it.
Well, excuse me, princess.
I have a great love for that sound effect. This is it. This is the island. It's Loneburg. Means what I'm looking for is around here. And better, I can take a bus to get there. Okay. Do I have anything new I can ferment? It's worth asking. Nope, just milk and yogurt. I think that is my absolute favorite sound. Loud and abrasive as it is. I am going to recheck exactly where that is relative to this. So, yeah, a little bit lower, a little bit south, quite a bit. From there, at there maybe? I hope they're not too precious about exact coordinates, or else it's going to be real mean. You know, from the clue, which talked about a man made of ice, this does make sense as where it would be. Okay, this isn't the right spot yet. Old Johnny Silverleg knows a thing or two about hidden treasure. Oh wait, this is in the voice. Old Johnny Silverleg knows a thing or two about hidden treasure, especially this one here. An old shipping route that was abandoned by Crow's End Inc. That there route be known for repeated pirate attacks. What new key items do I have? Oh, mostly just Spiritfarer. Where's the thing? Also, I never went to find this treasure, apparently. 220-167. I must check that out. Heck. Now I can't find the thing. Yeah, am I dumb? Feel dumb something. Stitch, what kind of response is that? I mean, there's always the possibility that I'm just completely in the wrong place. Well, I got a letter, which I think is just one of the letters from Elena. And does not in any way help me find this dang old treasure. Dang it, chat. I mean, I say that. I'm not saying dang chat, because chat didn't do anything wrong. I'm just expressing my dangity. Chat happens to be here. I'm sure this is the right island, because everything else matches up. Yeah, 2 letters from Elena. Neat. Stella, I think you've had enough time off. I've marked a few errands for you to do. Francis will provide you with the details. Who's Francis? Stella, you have a bit more to go. I think you can upgrade your stations. Who's Francis? This is one of these situations where it's like way further away than it looks. Or alternately, perhaps I'm just being the dumb. Fuck where you be. Manda, never mind. I have some snacks, Stella. Do you want some? Yes, that's very kind of you. But I also want tips. I just have a weird suspicion about rice and cabbage. I'm probably wrong. I accept that. Oh my lord. Is it like this? Is it just the crates that are near? Oh no! I stumbled into it. While not trying to reach it, I reached it. New improvement, garden upgrade, and field upgrade. Water retaining soil. Now that's nice. Oh, great pirate captain! What a marvelous find! In the ice, no less. Many captains have perished in such conditions. Not ye. No need to walk the plank. Arr! Now, we just have to wait for the next issue of Luta's Literary Review. Hopefully it has more articles about seagulls. Neat. You're real neat, Buck. I need silica powder. Oh, garden field. 2 different spots, yeah. Okay, I just need a bunch of silica powder in both cases. Which is probably part of why it gave me the quartz. But I'm going to need 8 silica powder. For that I need a lot of quartz. Okay. There was a treasure map that I hadn't gone to yet. 220, 167. Let's check that out. That's way over here. Okay. We're gonna go to a bus stop. Okay. Nothing special about rice and cabbage. Fire glow and cornflower, I guess. $220 and 167. Okay, water-retaining soil, which I'm sure just holds water better. Even though it actually looks like there's now straw on the floor. I'm guessing mulch or something of the sort? I'm sorry, there's another shrine? That is not what I expected to find here. Huh. I don't think I have enough opals. I do, okay. An Everlight booster that improves both your mining and your fishing. Okay, so definitely not a required upgrade, but still a nice one. Okay, now I want to head to Oxbury. It's interesting, there doesn't seem to be an upgrade that takes you into the Dark Flame. Eggs and sugar? I'm sure I've done this before. Yeah. Eggs and sugar I must have done. Probably like a flan or a creme brulee or something. It's a bit confusing to feel like I have all of the ingredients and not quite know how to put them together to make new recipes. Because I've got many, but far from all of the recipes. Oxbury is this one? Bus stop right nearby. Keep growing tomato. That's your first Montreal apartment, isn't it? When you moved out of the house to the big city. My big sister striking out on her own. Yeah, that place was such a dump. Sorry, sis. It was. You could decorate it all you wanted. It would always smell whatever... it would always smell of whatever your neighbors were cooking. And you could hear them yelling at each other. Your rent was probably so cheap. Plus, you were all alone. No roommates. Well, not quite alone. With Daffodil. Speaking of which, I'm still mad at you for taking the family cat. I don't remember us talking that much during that time. You were busy with work, I was still in high school, not paying much attention. I don't think we had much in common. Except death, maybe. For me, after Dad, I had to do something about it. I was trying to shut it out, but it kept coming anyways. I don't know how you can deal with it constantly. Working at the hospital with people at the end of their lives, around you all the time, helping those people who are suffering in front of your eyes. There was Summer. She did not go quick. That cancer stayed inside her and took its time. Summer was always talking about the dragon that haunted her, that kept coming back every time she fought it off. I suspect that's what this was around. It even gave her some hope, but it came back harsher, yeah. Mom was devastated. Probably for the best that Rose wasn't around to see it. Rose was so kind-spirited and fragile. Losing her dear Summer would have broken her heart. I remember going to Summer's house with Mom. All those plants and that heat. It was like a sauna. She said something about the body being like all living things, especially plants. I just remember being mad and sweating a lot. And then there were the friends you made along the way. That Giovanni and his wife Astrid. To hear you talk about them, they were basically your adoptive grandparents. And the stories that would come out of their mouths, the cheating, the lies, the heartbreak, all those headaches. Can you imagine what Giovanni put Astrid through? That she was right at his side at the end. Even if she had moved on. Even if she had found someone else. He was her one and only Gio. This is really interesting, filling in a lot of the story for characters that we only saw glimpses of. Forever. They both knew that they only had each other in the end. That's how I want to go out, sis. Holding the hand of the one I adore. I think I need a refill. Maybe stretch my legs a bit? I'll be back in a minute. Don't go anywhere. So yeah, as far as I understand it, Stella is at the end of her life. And Lily has come to visit her. It's fine, Shadow Mage. We're both crying. And thank you for the dupes, Greg, to lighten the mood. Meet with Lily at the Grey Mist Peak Shrine during nighttime. One day, Greg. Unopened. Oh. Thirdly, I don't know where to get any further improvements. So I'm not sure if I can actually finish all of Elena's things. Which doesn't bother me as much as maybe it should. Because again, I don't like Elena. Old Central District. There are two things I'm missing, one of which could be an improvement. Dang it. was right about creme brulee. Eggs and cheese would be omelet. Right? That makes sense. Remember to peel your sheets, chat. Got so much silk. I meant to do 20. But there's no reason not to do 21 when I have this much. The ship seems so empty now. Only Buck. Right, I wanted to get up there. I feel like there's something useful. I don't think I've been here since I got the dash, which could potentially get me where I need to get. Oh, you can stand on these. That's useful. Can't feel my face. I haven't blinked in forever. Because of this gentle wind. I wish I knew how to get down from here. Well, I'm high enough. I'm too high. Okay, so I've already done that. Haven't I done? Is there something I've missed in this town? Oh. Maple salmon? Oh, that sounds real good. I don't know if I have any salmon. There's still something I'm missing here. Just very confusing. Missing a rare chest there. That's just a sheep. Two things I'm missing in Flotsam Shores. I'm genuinely weirded out by how many things I haven't found. I'm just gonna see if I can find the blueprints to improve other parts of my ship, because in spite of everything, I would like to improve mine. Stitch, why poor or sad? You should be poor or glad. Yeah, let's do the king salmon with our maple syrup. Stitch, does it make you feel better that I love you? Because I do. This can also be a good opportunity to test out my improved mining. Yeah, it didn't seem particularly improved. So, that was easy. Is this where I couldn't get before? I think it is. It was really easy. The dash makes getting around so much nicer in the game. For not being a Metroidvania, this game actually has a pretty solid, like, Metroidvania flow. Okay, what about bottom line? Yeah, I've got what I need there. Trying to see if there's anything I've missed. There's a blueprint chest here and a rare chest that I didn't find. Okay. One of those will probably be super helpful. Where's the nearest bus stop? Ugh. It's far away. Might as well go in a useful direction. I've never milked a Metroidvania in my life, Stitch. How could you accuse me? Fuck, where are you? I have visa. Man, the only passenger I have is lactose intolerant, and I'm producing so much milk. I appreciate the, not really irony, but the silliness of that. Hi.
Hello.
My sincerest apologies for pestering you with such mundane requirements, Commander, but your humble servant feels the need for sustenance. I would gladly accept the smallest of scraps from your magnificent cooking skills.
Oh. But now he's scared. You see, you could accept the smallest of scraps, sir. Or... is it? You could have pizza.
Wow.
Okay, so what hasn't been improved? Need to find an upgrade for the windmill, for the garden. Oh, cow stall, I've got the upgrade, I just need to actually do it, so I need some silk fabric. Orchard is not improved yet. Chicken coop is upgraded. Boom is upgraded. Smithy is upgraded. Cellar is upgraded. So I need to make linen fiber and silk fiber. Those are the two major things I can do. And pine planks and electrum sheets. Let's start with linen fiber and silk. I've got to say, Buck's turning out to be an interesting character. Like, mechanically. Because he doesn't seem to have any interest in going anywhere. He doesn't want to leave. Which, keep in mind, good, I don't want him to leave. But he's happy to just keep being here. That I need a blueprint. Yes, let's upgrade the cow stall. Also the sheep. I need linen fiber, not linen fabric. Okay. Fine. Can easily make some more of that. I've cracked it. The door is finally open. I can rest easy knowing I have a place to, well, rest. This riches to rags story has really shaken my core. I just wanted to be a rich person, but no, faith has stepped in. My new life is more precious to me. I will harvest this land. I will be victorious and reign supreme on these veggies. I am the gardener of my own life. garden upgrade. After all this time. I mean, I'm not complaining. I get to upgrade my garden, which I assume gets me faster veggies or more veggies or something. I don't need to upgrade everything. I just needed to upgrade something for the postscript. That's interesting. Complete Elena's errands with Francis. Okay. I guess we're going to Francis since he's right here. I need wool fabric and nebula fabric. And I also need linen fiber. This is all going rather smoothly at this point. Please tell me I have linen. I have linen thread and no linen fiber and no linen? I don't believe you. What? I've got to grow linen. Do I not have linen seeds? Oh my lord. Actually, let's buy some. Two squids, a bunch of snow crabs. So much celery, so much tea, so much coffee. What the heck? Honey, I shrunk the fishes. Cute. Okay. I need to do some fishing. I need to grow tea and coffee beans and celery. And I don't even know where to get citrine. Well, let's go somewhere where we can find linen as well. Not that that's as high priority at this point as tea and stuff. There's a bunch of still haven't found in these mines, which really confuses me, because I feel like I've explored them kind of thoroughly. Yeah, correct. I'm going to send deceptive emails to people in order to gain their information. Why am I coming here? I need linen seeds. This place does not have linen seeds. I'm just curious that, I don't know, it might have something useful? I don't know. And the next issue of Buck's magazine hasn't come in yet either. I've got that. Oops. I jumped off the ladder. Like a dingus. Okay. There's nothing hidden in those. Oh, heck. Hecked up. Dang it, I hacked up again. Oh, neat. My frames are going away again. That's a thing I like to see after a relatively good stream. It do be like that, Smage. Heck. Oh, there was something there. Damn it. Keep pressing the wrong button. That had 0% of the things I wanted. I wanted a blueprint. Oh. No, I wasn't expecting to fall through the floor there. I'm hoping my bitrate has stabilized. But I was a fool to hope that, apparently. Oh, good. Good. Yeah, let's get some fire blows here. Wait, I need a bunch of snow crabs as well. This is an event I did actually enjoy. And once you've got the... once you've got this, it becomes much easier to just grab huge numbers of these, and with them, huge numbers of blitz. Plus, it turns out a nice big ladder like this is super good for the job. The bitrate is not ideal at the moment, but it's better than it was on Wednesday. Oh, there's more? Okay. Down here. Not linen seeds. That's not linen seed. That's not linen seed. My lord. I'm increasingly convinced that linen doesn't exist in this game. Okay. There are linen seeds there. Is there anywhere closer? I'm going to go with probably not. Okay. One thing... Before I move, I need to do some fishing. Specifically, I need to get some snow crab. That wasn't snow crab, but you know, sure. Oh, I thought I did that right. You know what? It is nice to take a moment out. Just to fish. Keep doing that. I'm rushing to. I think I did need a lobster as well, so, you know, that's good. Dang it. There are no snow crabs around here. Yeah, we're just gonna do this the old-fashioned way. Ooh, new request. Neat. That is something I did want. Because I like bugs. Wrong button. Luce's Literary Review presents the second of the Crow's End Inc. Lost Bounties. And remember, the ship is never late, it is always on time. See enclosed Portolan chart for reference. Okay, so there's a border to the south, and then an island which is made of two parts but much closer together than before. Let's see if I can find something. Okay, let's start. I don't think it's a misty border. Interesting. That. It's not. The things I feel like I have a memory of an island that shape. Trying to remember where it is. That's similar, but it's the wrong. That's too zoomed out to be useful. Anyway, let's get them linen seeds. Okay. Ever onward. I need tea as well. I don't know exactly how much linen I'll need, but I'll need linen. It's already open. I just want to get a refresher on what I need, and I might actually write it down, like a smarty pants. I'm sad that errands aren't listed here. Yeah, I've still got a few shenanigans I can work on. I need 1 squid and 3 snow crab. I'm actually just gonna pull up Notepad for this. 1 squid, 3 snow crab. Then for the next one, I need 30 coffee beans, 30 tea leaves, and 30 celery. I've already got plenty of potatoes. Then I need 7 citrine, and I don't even know where to get that. Is citrine maybe a reward for one of the other things here? Yeah, I do like the bright jellies, but getting more citrine is useful. What did I need the linen for? Probably one of my upgrades. And there was a shine at Grey Mist Peaks. that Lily wanted me to. I'm really enjoying the stuff with Lily. Remember I needed nebula thread or nebula fabric? I can't remember. Check. I can't even remember what I was upgrading. The garden, maybe? Yeah. I need wool fabric and nebula fabric. Those are easy to make. I want to chat to Lily first. Ooh. This gives me happies. As in its own way does that. It only gets me here and further. Here there's like a wind source nearby. There we go. That's how you do it. And this just slowly, gently propels you up. Hey, I'm back. Sad to report that there were no cute doctors wandering the halls. Look at you. You look so frail. But even on your hospital bed, you're still gorgeous. Well, this whiskey bottle is half empty. Let's just go ahead and say you drank the rest. Do you remember that phone call you gave me last year? You had taken a sabbatical from work. I had to call the center to learn about it. Yeah, she took a few months off. She got some bad news. What a weird way to learn that your sister isn't doing well. So you called me 2 weeks or something after. It's maybe 2 in the morning here. Your voice was shaking. I could hear you breathing heavily. You start talking about the trees around you and the air. No, hi Lily. No, I'm not doing it. Nothing. Just talking about the trees and the air. You said it was cold. That it felt like death even over here. I didn't even know where here was. It went silent and then you said you'd be home in a few days. I didn't know what to make of it. Were you sleepwalking? Was that whole thing just a dream? I was scared. Came back and told me and Mom of your diagnosis. And now we're here together. Mom is awake. I'm awake and I'm holding your hand. If you can hear me, I love you so much, sis. You're not alone in the woods anymore. We are here, Stella. You'll never be alone. You've never been alone. Wow. Bring Stella and Daffodil to the Everdor. We were as much passengers as everybody else. Wow. But I'm not ready to do that. Not yet. Maybe there's an element of cowardice. Maybe there's just the sense that there are things that still need to be done. Not just from a gameplay perspective, but from the perspective of Stella. There are people that I suspect she would feel she still needs to help. Also, I did not mean to plant a leak. Stella naturally feels that helping people is her responsibility. But what about Darian? I would like to see her, to meet her. I've only briefly spoken to her. Or perhaps I'd be able to speak to her quickly, but it doesn't seem like it. Thank you, Paula. I will unshrimp just for you. It looks like one of Shadow Mage's messages didn't come through, but things look generally okay. Paula, I can see your message. I just don't think anybody was chatting for a little while. I'm missing at any of these spots that would make them particularly worth. Nordseer Pierre, you frustrate me. Okay. I'm just gonna go. Actually, yeah. We'll go catch Tuna, and from there we'll catch other. Buck likes comfort and old-fashioned. But he can't have fondue because it's... he's lactose intolerant. Ooh, big ol' honey hat. Ingredients? Mana, I have some magic ingredients for you. Toadstools from the Shadow Forest. Can I offer them to you? Oh! A single mushroom. You know what? Thank you. I want to build a... not a garden. Not an orchard. I want to build a field. Because I'm really running out of... running out of space for all the things I want to... I need to get some bright jellies if I want to upgrade that. But for now, it's still better to have more space for stuff growing. Now to see if we can get some snow crabs. Hey! Unitime, baby! I don't want char, I want crabs. I also don't want lobsters, thank you, but still. I made a very weird sound there. I don't quite know how or why it happened. Crab time! Crab Town, USA. I'm curious though. If Stella and Daffodil pass through the Everdorn, then who will be the new Spiritfarer? Because my interpretation originally, and I was a bit disappointed if this was what it was, is that Stella was like having hallucinations on her deathbed, and I don't think it's that. I think what it is that she is legitimately in the space between life and death, and as she did her whole life, is helping people die with dignity, with safety, with happiness, with security. And I don't think that stopped because she's dying. But it does mean that if she passes on, then there is no Spiritfarer. Assuming my interpretation is correct, which it could very well not be. Also, I recognize man fishes for crabs for a long time. It's not the most exciting stream, but I need crabs, and I hope you can indulge me for a little. Dang it, I don't want salmon. I want crab. There we go. That's all the crab I needed. Now I do need a squid, but you can catch those pretty much everywhere. Or rather, you can catch them in, like, the normal-ish way. Now, I am curious about the island for Buck's most recent looters, whatever. I don't think it's that one. Big island to the west, small island to the east. But not as big a difference as that. I don't think it's that. It is possible. Where could you be? Could it be that? Okay, you know what? Let me go speak to her. Because that's always worth it. do I have any wool thread? Bizarrely, no. I've got all the wool and no wool thread. Wait, now where's my wool thread gone? Am I blind? Oh, it just went to the bottom. That's fine. Bright jellies. Which I don't even remember where to get bright jellies. Which is an interesting problem to have. Oh my lord, is this where I get... Have I stumbled dick first into it? Your friend Gwen might be gone, but those jellyfish aren't. That symbol on her door is doing something. It might be the key to fight with these jellyfish. Try it. That was incredibly fortuitous, considering what I was just talking about. I specifically need the green. Honestly, not a great event for getting money, but the only way to get bright jellies, and therefore, at least somewhat worth it. I did not hear those dukes. Spiritfarer is giving me some weird problems recently. And I'm not sure to what extent that is Spiritfarer's fault. I'll redeem those points after stream. Trom, please just send me either a DM or a whisper to remind me. Not redeem, refund. Interesting, because I can see it on my side. That's very interesting, then, that you don't even see it in chat. I'm not sure if it will matter. I'm just gonna reset chat. Interesting, Trump. I'm just gonna refresh the chat bar. We're gonna lose chat until Peeps chat again. But maybe that will help fix something. Okay, so chat is at least present. I think that was the last thing I needed for the request. I needed 3 squid, I think. Needed 3 snow crabs and 3 squids, which I have. Yeah, it's unthinkable, Trump. I have 1 tea leaf. I need many more than that. Which is to say, I need 30. But I've got plenty of seeds and now 2 fields, so it shouldn't take impossibly long to get that. Well, at least that worked, Trump. You've got a cow on your boat. That's neat. Do you know why cows have hooves instead of feet? Because they lack toes. Weird, Trump. I mean, keep them. I'm not gonna take them away from you. Things I don't need a bigger ship. I'll get it, but I don't need it. Is Francis around? He is. Oh, that's so many eggs. First of Elena's lessons. Just need citrine for this, and I don't know where to get it. You know what? I'm just gonna go through crates. Maybe some crates have citrine in them. Whoops. Oops. Oh, there wasn't any citrine there. I'm genuinely going to look up where to find citrine because I'm confused. Spiritfarer citrine. Nope, it's basically just from Francis. Oh yeah, I should probably wake Buck up. Hi, Buck.
Hello.
Aw, no hugs? Though it's near a border of some kind. The island certainly has two parts, but in a, like, different, less two-partier way. Also really curious about Daria. It's not there. I hope it isn't like an island I just haven't seen because I haven't gone to the very edge of the map in some obscure spot. That would suck. Okay, I'm just gonna do another Bright Jelly event because those can help me get Citrine from Francis at least. So that's something. Any other way to get Citrine? Yes, I'm using the wiki. I do not care. Apparently you can very rarely get Citrine from quartz, from mining quartz, but it's apparently very rare. Yeah, as much as I don't enjoy it, this is our best option. Oh, big jelly. And I missed it. Good. That was nice. There got me quite a few jellies, which means I should be able to get more citrine without, I don't know, too much trouble. I don't want y'all, I only want the green jelly. They're the useful. Okay. I hope this is enough celery, otherwise I'm gonna have to go buy some celery seeds. Since I do want to 100%, this is almost certainly... Well, not 100%. I want to do all the spirits. It means this is almost certainly not the finale. Well, I'm still not sure how to... How to get Daria to join my crew. I think there was an improvement to this, though. Pine plank electric. Both of those easily achieved. Especially if I go to the right place. Okay, Francis, show me what you got. It's frustrating that you can only do one of those at a time. Like, I get it, but it's still frustrating. So I'm gonna have to visit him 4 more times, presumably 4 different locations. Let's try to figure out the Bucks thing. Okay, let's look at the picture again. So it's got an upward arcing boundary beneath. For some reason, like, this is the only island that even vaguely resembles them. Like, here-ish? And I'm just guessing. Let's make some electric. Ooh, tea's ready at least. Okay, so I've got all the coffee I need. I've got all the celery I need. Okay, that is fantastic news. I only need to grow tea now. I'm glad I checked before growing more. didn't say it right. What you meant to say was, secret tunnel, secret tunnel. I'm not gonna sing the whole thing. But you can't just write it out. You have to sing it with all your soul. I forgot that me forgetting the lines was like canon to the song. Now what could I possibly need or get from improving archival? I'm sorry that there was a brief. Did I just fucking stumble dick first into the treasure? I stumbled dick first into a treasure. I think that was the thing. That was incredible luck. Hey. I'm in a weird position of not knowing what else to do until I find out how to speak to Daria. What I can do is some shenanigans. Go to the delivery man in South Point Docks. South Point Docks, right? No, that's bottom line. That's South Point. Thank you for remembering, Greg. That was important. Have I done rice and fish? I have. If I do it with tuna, will that make it into sashimi instead of, like, seafood curry? That sounds like a thing, right? Wait, I need to wake everybody up. Oh wait. Chip stopped to do a thing. You remind me of a young pirate swabby on me last Chip. He were a natural with the mob. Bit of an attitude, so me previous captain trading him for barrels of firewater. Was it worth it? Of course it be. I couldn't feel me fingers for days. Come to think of it, he also had a big hat. Arr! Don't worry, Captain, this be your ship. If anything, I'm the one who could be traded. The old doesn't have any liquor by any chance. Next time, maybe. Till the next issue of Luther's Literary Review. Buck is such a friend. Kitten make good kitten noises. Hey. Man, these events always really slow you down. Is there anything else I can improve? I think I got an upgrade for my sheep corral. And for that I need linen fiber, which is why I wanted to grow linen. Yeah, I bought odd seeds, Trump, but not mystery seeds. There's only one mystery seed. And it contained the best lad there ever was. Well, those dudes work, Trump. Wait, are you the delivery man? You there. You're here for the lemons? Oh, good. Listen, be cool and don't worry about it. Just take these lemons and get out of here. I don't want them in my life. I don't need the trouble. Okay, talk to the lemon vendor in Oxbury. Or lemonade vendor. That's what safe travel does? Safe travel turns off events. Okay. I never bothered with it before, but it turns out it's really useful. Wait, I can make these grow faster, can't I? I can. Sorry, cool music. I have priorities. Which in this case is the slim hope that I could get some citrine out of it. I entirely forgot this was a mechanic. But now that I'm just mainly waiting for my tea to grow as quickly as possible, it's a very nice mechanic to have. Truly the most inspirational music. This is definitely worth doing while I'm just trying to get as many tea leaves as possible as quickly as possible. Thank you, Brain, for reminding me that this exists. You're welcome, Pig. I'm apparently the voice of Pig's Brain. I'm gonna stop. I made myself uncomfortable. This is amazing. You really pulled through. I was worried for a second there. I had some pretty bad people breathing down my neck. For lemons. You know it, right? People are hyped up on these damn lemons. Neat! My bitrate just plummeted. Oh. Oh. Love when this happens, really. Gonna keep going for a little bit, but that does not fill me with happiness. People are hyped up on these damn lemons. Anyway, you did good. Thank you for the lemons. Here's a little something for your trouble. Man, that wasn't citrine. I mean, you didn't, Stitch. You did good. You got the word out about our new record. Wouldn't be surprised if we become music superstar. Nice boys. We didn't really need the help since we're already popping. But still, it's good to have a true fan. Slinging our record on the streets. Thanks again. I forgot that I'd actually finished that one already. No, the frame god seems satisfied. No sacrifices needed today, Ron. As much as I appreciate it. All I need is some tea leaves and some citrine. Why have you not recharged on what gives me citrine? Oh, this is frustrating. Dang it, man. Reset quicker. I'm gonna head back to Overbrook. I'm sure I'm missing something with Jackie and Daria. Yes, I recognize that when I went there, Jackie was in the way and wouldn't let me talk to Daria, but, like, they're the only remaining spirits other than Buck. And I've got a funny feeling that Buck is in no hurry to go anywhere. Kind of, Trom. The odd seed always gives you things like that. Nice to have a rhythm game that I don't suck at after the debacle that was Night in the Woods. Although it is worth noting, I do plan on trying to stream Rhythm Heaven Fever sometime this year. Mostly because I am better at like one button or two button rhythm games. So I think I'll be okay at that. Jackie, let me talk to Daria. Hang on. I think there's a way to get to Daria even if Jackie's blocking the... Yes, the elevator. And wasn't there a zip line from here? Was. There we go. Are you back? Yes, yes you are. I have to remember. Must make it stick. Clues and hints, they give you away. Yes, I'll remember. The weight of your music. And all of your noise. Dead giveaways. You couldn't keep away, could you, Stella? I think the giant told you to stay on. He told you to stay away. He did he not? After your last visit, he ripped the melody clean off the walls. Next morning it was back up. You do not see it? I see. Seems like I still have a lot to learn. Maybe I am getting worse. I have thought it through. Your anchor, I have decided that it is not a sharp. It is dull and heavy. It is comforting? It is, no, uninteresting. You play your battered guitar with rooted confidence, and you call for me. The ocean grows calm. The noises, the cries, they become muffled, like in a thick fog. You're wrong, Stella. You spent so much time numbing others to their pain. Well, you've numbed yourself. She seems like really sensitive to music and sound, which is interesting. When you play, Stella, my melody, when you play it, it is dumbed down. A solid chunk, dense platitudes, but it is not your fault. Sometimes I dream, yes. In my long nights I dream of an old friend, an instrument, strange and yet familiar. A delicate schooner with masts of crystal and sails of warped steel. And when it is caressed by the watery breeze, it wails softly. A haunting and yet comforting music. Yes, this is the instrument my melody is for. With it, perhaps I could sail freely. I'm tired now. Please, please leave. Ask Francis the wandering merchant about Daria's peculiar demand. Interesting. Well, let's get this guy some strawberries and some raspberries, I suppose. Oh wait, here's Francis. Cool. That was easy. I can finish this up before I get to Francis. That'll make it a lot easier to do... Well, it'll make it possible more than easy to do another one of Elena's requests. Which doesn't seem entirely necessary, given that, you know, Elena's gone. But nevertheless, let me try to do this. Stitch, I'm confused.
Oh,
Young lady, how I appreciate your visit. Always some treasure for old Francis here. What have you brought for my admiration today?
No, nothing. You're looking for something from my collection. How very cool. Well then, let's hear it. That instrument? My instrument collection is immense. There will have to be more. Nice. A delicate schooner with masts of crystal and sails of warped steel. How very poetic and intriguing. Very well. Let me think. Ah! Yes, I do have one such instrument. And although I do not know its name, I figured it was quite rare. I wouldn't normally part with such a prized find, but to tell you the truth, it has become quite bothersome to ferry around. Its glass rods are delicate and fragile. It needs to clear a wide berth around it just to make sure it doesn't break. Just imagine what wonders I could tightly pack in the space it currently occupies. Yes. Very well, it's decided. I will give the instrument to you. Not for free, though. There's no charity. This here raft is no charity. As usual, consult the available errands for my specific. Clear glass sheet, steel sheet. I can make those. But I can also, like, there's no super rush. I can just go to one of the islands with strawberries or raspberries. Pick some of those. Wait. There we go. You know, I don't think I've ever just cooked a fireball. Oh, that's very quick. It's either good news or bad news. Oh! Flamin' fire flakes. Cough drops? I don't think I've tried this with milk yet. Or I have and it makes... Oh, chai latte. Neat. Pretty confident I've done this with flour. Where are you hanging out, Buck? Not at the lounge, which seems to be one of your hangouts. There. I want to give you Visa, my dude. Oh, there you are, Buck.
You're not that hungry, dude. But still. I will give you the visa that your heart desires. Snacks.
Wow.
Neat. I need to make some clear glass sheets. I'm low on a bunch of ingredients. That was a mistake. I seriously wonder how speedrunners do this part of the game. I just find this super frustrating. Oh, Trump, I'm lagging behind 100% time on how long to beat. I remember when Summer used to help us. And then she went away. Needed linen fiber for something. Something I wanted to upgrade. Sorry, Buck, what? Look at all these mushrooms. I've never seen him run like that. Man, I was hoping to get more strawberries out of this than 2. I think he's running too then. I think he's super excited. What? Why is Gam's punk mode? Oh, Gam has the weirdest modes. Okay. Right. Add maybe. Corn and sugar. Let's try that. Then in fiber, I just need a little bit more. Do that. The archive room I've already approved. Oh, that's the tour guide. Hey, I couldn't get here before. Damn it, I was hoping some of that would be citrine. Leaving what could have been is sometimes harder than leaving what has been. If you're a unique color, I'm kind of surprised that you're not, like, a named spirit. Man, Buck is great. Literally unable to do so, Smage. There's some Wolverines. I know your name, Stitch. Wait. There's a tiny, tiny chance that this contains citrine. I don't know if these even can, but I have to check. frames were not doing okay there, and that wasn't a Twitch problem. I just need one patch. So the linen fiber I need to upgrade my sheep kernel. Okay, that's corn and sugar. Corn and pork, I guess. I'm trying out like every combination I can to try to find out what recipes I've missed. Come on, one more berry book. No more berry book. Game has chosen violence.
Hello.
Hey, Francis. Good timing, my dude. Let's try to grow something. Grow some wheat. I don't have a lot of wheat. Okay, let's get these strange instruments. Refill and still need 2 more citrine, don't I? Yeah, that's frustrating. Okay, what we can do is go visit Barry. Go visit Daria, give her her instrument. Hopefully try to make her feel a bit better about everything. Okay, that just gives me a casserole. Getting most of these. Corn and milk? Have I tried that? Oh, there it is. Okay, I'm just gonna give Daria her instrument, and that'll be the end of what I'm streaming today. I've already gone quite a bit longer than usual, because I wanted to make up for Wednesday.
Don't forget me.
How could I ever forget you, Stitch? You're too wonderful to be forgotten. It's a weird thing. I don't think I've ever tried using sugar cane as an ingredient as opposed to just sugar. Might be worth trying. Wait, I need to go to the other side. I feel like Daria would probably like. How about a pea? Fresh, delicate, juicy, delicious fruit. Thank you. Oh no, I love her. Oh no, I love her. A strong grape, a warm heart. It is certainly an odd instrument. Oh, is that? It's, yes, the instrument from my dream. How oddly familiar. How comforting. I think, Stella, that I once knew how to play it. My memories are hazy. Or rather, my memories are too many. And I know better than to trust them. So many lifetimes. Far too many to fit in this tiny life of mine. But this instrument, I know it, I'm sure of it. Thank you for the gift. Here is payment for your services. Leave me alone now. I have some practicing to do. And when you come back, perhaps I'll play for you. Oh, ball. Neat. Okay. Okay, so yeah, I made some good progress today. What kind of percentage are we looking at? 91. And given that at least one of those is a shenanigan, and we don't need to worry about it. Oh. That's weird, game, that you would give me that notification now. Whatever. That is where I am going to call it. Thank you all so much for joining me. Greg, you got it. Shadow Mage, if your suggestion is who I think it is, then yes, Lola is who I intend to raid, if she's still alive. Yes, Trum, I kind of get what you mean, but I'm still really enjoying it. I think it's having a bit of a problem that a lot of games have, which is towards the end when there's less to do. It can start feeling a little bit, I don't know, like there's just a lot more waiting. But it's still a wonderful game, and I'm so excited to learn more about Daria. But yeah, thank you all so much for joining me. I will be continuing, and I suspect finishing Spiritfarer on Sunday at 2:30 Eastern Time. Oh, fair enough, Trum. Also that. But yeah, thank you so much for joining me. I hope you all have a wonderful evening, or whatever time zone you're in. So we're going to be rating Molotov Cocktail. Lola is a trans Molotov Cocktail VTuber who is currently raising money for the Trans Lifeline. Even if you can't donate anything, being there makes the stream more likely to be discovered by others, and therefore is worth doing. So yeah, thank you very much. I hope you all have a wonderful evening. I will see you on Sunday at 2:30 Eastern Time. Until then, keep well. Have a good one, everybody.